Hello, my heartbeats. Hello, my rosebuds. It's been a while. It's been a while. I know that. I have not forgotten about you. I haven't forgotten about myself either. But I wanted to jump on and just kind of chit chat with you guys for a minute. I also wanted to share something of how I have been feeling. And I'm not sure if any of you are actually going through it or basically can relate to what I will tell you. But I hope everyone had a awesome holiday with your loved ones. I definitely did. And by the way, if you don't know, this is your girl. This is your host, Rosie, with Heart to Heart. I'm not just a stranger showing up on your screen. But yeah, I had a lovely holiday. I got to spend it, some of it actually, with my son, who we don't see each other very often, and I saw him twice this year. So I was beside myself. I also got to spend a little time with my in-laws and her family. We hadn't spoken in a hot minute, and I haven't seen her since pre-COVID, pre-pandemic. So yeah, it was a little minute. I saw her, I saw my nephew, my godson, her kids, everybody's all grown and everything. But it was actually good to be around family and friends, if I will. But yeah, I ended up going to Jamaica, um, which was a long decision, hard decision, but I did. I had a great time. Caught up with a couple of friends, did lunch a couple of places, did dinner, went to a party. Um, so yeah, it was filled with a little bit of everything, and most importantly, I did get to relax because we had the end of the year. We had our 6 weeks of fundraising with the theater community, and that takes up quite a great deal of my time. I have long days and then I have to work nights, so I get home very late. So literally, I have a pretty long day, and I got to relax a little bit. And then when I saw my son, we took a drive upstate. I wouldn't say upstate, but a little bit outside of New Jersey. It's about an hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes, and we were actually close to the Bear Mountain, or Bear Mountain, said the Bear Mountain, Bear Mountain. We didn't get to hike. We did a little bit of hiking, but the weather was really cold and I couldn't take it, like keep going higher and higher. It was actually bothering me. So we just did a little bit, which was good and refreshing because he loves the outdoors. So we were able to do a little bit of that, and that was really good. Got to spend some time with him. We chatted. His birthday was around the corner. I didn't do a birthday thing at the restaurant for him because he hates those. He hates those. But I did get him to blow out the candle. They brought a little cake for him, a little tart kind of thing. And they had a candle on it and he blew it out. So that was all they did. We didn't sing happy birthday. We didn't do any of that. So yeah, yeah, that's my child. That's my child. And I'm the complete opposite. Make all the noise for me. Make all the noise. Me want all the celebration. Me want everything. But yes, it was good. And then I got to hang out with some friends. Not New Year's Eve, the night before New Year's Eve, and that was good. I had some drinks, had food, we played some games, and it was very good. It was very, very nice. A different, vibe from where I was coming from. Off of the highs that I was on. So it was good. But I the year started off good. I mean, I actually didn't drink. I didn't have a glass of wine in my hand when the ball dropped, and I think I may have already been asleep when the ball dropped. So this year was completely different for me. Last year, I went to a friend's house, and it was just the three of us actually. I think they had invited other people, but I think, had other plans, so they never made it um, to their house. So it was just three of us, and we count down with the ball. We count down with everybody in Times Square. We had our drink in hand, and we did our thing. So it was pretty cool. This year was actually different, not by choice, but it's just the way it is. And sometimes I guess we need that, and we need to go through that. So it was fine. I was okay with that. And but yeah, uh, that's pretty much my holiday in a nutshell. Since like I guess December, November, December. But yeah, the year has started off really good for me. I am getting busy. I'm planning trips. I hope I can keep up. Feeling overwhelmed, but loving every minute of what I'm doing. Work is, yeah, work feels, I don't know if anybody else goes through this, but work feels a little overwhelming for me right now. I'm not sure why. I'm not doing anything additional, like anything more, like more work added or more, maybe a couple of things, but it's not crazy like that. But it's been overwhelming, and I'm not sure why. Which leads me to say that it's not just work that I'm feeling overwhelmed with. It's actually also in my life itself. The things that I may do or the things that I'm doing, it I can't describe the feelings. I'm not sure, but let me try and see if I can break it down. Okay, I'm not sleeping well, number one. I go into bed at night, turn off TV, turn off lights, everything. I put my phone down and tell myself, yes, we're going to go to sleep, we're going to go to bed. And I start tossing and turning. When that happens, I grab my phone and I have a little game that I play at nights to kind of wear me down so that way, I can fall asleep. I do that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Now, I will end up falling asleep for like maybe, I want to say an hour, because I don't fall asleep. I don't sleep for very long. And then I'm awake, and I don't go back to bed until like 3, 4 o'clock, sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning. Then my alarm goes off. Now, before this, I was drinking a lot of water before going to bed. Went to the doctor not so long ago, and he asked me how was my, sleeping, if I had issues sleeping and stuff. And I told him yes. And then I told him that I get up ever so often to use the bathroom. And he said, if I drink a lot of water. And I said, yes, I almost like have like 2 bottles of the 16.99 ounce bottles of water, almost 2 before I go to bed. And he said, cut it out. Because sometimes this is 9, 10 o'clock. Sometimes I'm drinking water. And he says, try to cut that out. Try to have your water, no later than, maybe have all the water that you can, at least by 7 o'clock. That should cut back. Fine. I did that. I noticed a little bit of change, which is good. But I still can't sleep. Now, I don't know if it's all the stuff that I'm planning I don't know, that's in my head, or the things that I need to do that's in my head that's kind of like going round and round and round and round and just keeping me up. But I noticed something happened recently, about a week ago. I was in bed sleeping. It was early morning, maybe I want to say 5, maybe between 5 and 6 o'clock. And you know those sirens that goes off when there's a disaster happening, or I don't want to use the word war because I may speak it and it just happens. But you can hear those sirens. That makes that sound. I heard that over and over again, and I started to panic. I think anxiety started to take over, and I wasn't sure what I should have done. I was like, okay, do I get under the bed? Do I go in the closet? What do I do? Where do I go? So I know my heart was racing, and I'm like, what happened? So I think everybody, anything happens, they grab their phone to look it up to see what's happening. So I grabbed my phone, reached for my phone, and I started Googling and seeing if there was something happening in my town, or, was it a test that they were doing that early in the morning, which, probably they never made an announcement about, or I don't know. I don't know how they go about these things, but I started to fret. I started to worry, and it kept me up. I couldn't go back to sleep. And I said, oh my God, it's like all sorts of stuff started running through my head. And I was like, okay, this is not good. This is really not good. I can't do this. But I don't know if anybody else, it's happening to anybody else, where it's almost like insomnia has taken over your mind and your body. Like, I don't know, I can't function properly. And then not only that, I've noticed, don't know if my travelers have noticed this as well with themselves. The first trip I took after the pandemic, it was a hell for me to pack. I used to be pro. I could just say, okay, bam, 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 bam. And I know what I was packing, like this and this and this. Yeah, sometimes I would go over the clothes or over, whatever it is, just to make sure, okay, everything was, you know, what it should be and how it should be. But I had a hard time doing that back in May. Not to mention when I went away in October, when I took my second big trip, which I went to Budapest, Prague, and Vienna, which I am working on the video for that for you guys. But I had a hard time packing. I literally overpacked. When I say overpacked, I overpacked. Not only that, the clothes, I mean, I packed according to the day. And I said, okay, you know how we women do? I think men do it too, but let's just say women. We pack like 2 outfits per day. So we know that when we get up and go out on our tours, or, whatever we go do during the daytime, when we get back in, we're going to take a shower, freshen up, put on a new set of clothes, and go out to dinner, or, whatever we're going to do. No, that didn't happen. I had at least 5 sets of outfits that I didn't wear. I did not wear, including shoes. So that annoyed the hell out of me. But I know I did the right thing. I followed the guidelines as to how I normally would pack. For some reason, we never did. And that's because of how the tours that they had for us, that was how it was set up. So we were out all day. And then by the time we got back to our location, it was literally nighttime. So it was just basically grab some food, take your shower, and go to bed. Anyway, come around now to December, I was going to Jamaica, and not for the life of me, I could figure out what to pack. No, it's an island. It's sunny. I lived there for years. I was going there for years when I had my boyfriend there. I, it, anyway, I think packing now has become so much more difficult for me. And I don't know if it's because we had stopped traveling for a while. 2 years, 2.5 years, we were on lockdown. We couldn't go anywhere, do anything. So I think for me, I think I've lost my mojo in that respect. I'm trying to get it back. So I'm trying to do a little bit more, I wouldn't say like longer trips, but yeah, if it's even to Georgia, to Florida, to South Carolina, stuff like that, just to get back into the groove of it. Because, me not lie, it's like anxiety take me over when me fi pack. Me not lying to you. It's like me almost no know where fi pack. Am I packing? Should I pack this? Am I packing enough? My thing is, I don't know if everybody have this. My thing is, I think I may forget something. I was talking to my coworker a couple of days ago, and she said she feels the same way, and she did agree that, maybe because we haven't traveled in a while and we're not used to getting on a plane, like literally taking a shower as we used to do, it, it has become kind of like a task. Like we forgot what it was like to really pack a suitcase, whether for a week or a weekend or even an overnight. But I just want to ask you guys, if any of you are going through that. Are you having issues sleeping? Um, if you have to go anywhere, do you like overthink the situation? Even like if you're traveling, do you overthink and you try to figure out what to bring and you want to bring like the whole house with you? Um, my fear is not like I'm going to forget something. I want to bring the stuff that I have because I buy this stuff and I want to use them. So I travel with them. But I know that my coworker mentioned to me that, but she said, Rose, if you forget something, you could just go to a store and buy it. Yeah, I know that. But at the same time, I don't want to have to go in search of a store to find size for me. Because some of these places that you go to, like Europe, for instance, it's hard to find big people clothes, especially with me with my big boobies. It's kind of hard to do that. So I try to pack everything that I know. And plus, if I'm going with people, they're not my size. So it's not like I can borrow something from them. So I'm just asking, has anybody gone through this or is going through this? What do you do, or how, I don't know, what you do? What do you do? You talk yourself through it, you talk yourself off of the ledge. I mean, what you really do? Me want to know what you really do. Please, want to tell me. Please, please, please tell me. Because I love to help. Um, I don't want to have to go on medication to, um, you know, and I think, not lie, not joke, I think maybe 90% of this is because of my diagnosis I got last year. It's overwhelming. And I think I'm trying to live my life where I don't think about it or wonder about it. And I'm going to start crying. It's overwhelming. It's hard. I'm alone. My biggest worry is something happens to me and I'm in here. Nobody will know. Nobody will know. Yes, people do call and they call from time to time, but it's not like they call on a daily basis. And the diagnosis that I have is anything can happen. I don't want to get into it right now, maybe at a later time. I think I'm still processing it and it's still hard for me. But I just want to know if anybody else goes through this. Is your anxiety level like through the roof? What do you do? I know all of this is also from the pandemic for me. I still can't watch the news. I still can't do certain things. Even watching certain videos online get me in a state where I have to swipe, close the phone, do whatever it is to get me past that. So help me. I want to know from you. I want to hear from you. Let me know what you think, what you suggest, um, what you hear other people do, or, what their doctors or they themselves, try to figure out. So want to help me with that. But I love to hear no feedback. And on that note, I'm going to bid you mwah, good day, good night, good morning, whatever time this may find you. I hope that it finds you well, in good spirits, and full of love and gratitude, because I can tell you, yes, that I have. I am grateful, very grateful, and very thankful. So, guys, I want to say thanks again. I know I haven't been up and up, been going through my own stuff. Not that it should reflect in my work and in what I'm trying to do here, but at the same time, yeah, I have to take care of me as well. So I hope you understand. I hope you're still with me. And if you're not, you better hit that bell. Hit that bell. Hit that bell. Subscribe, please. Like, definitely comment. I want to hear one officer say, definitely comment. I want to hear what everybody else has to say. Because not everybody may go through the same thing or feeling the same thing. So if you're doing and feeling something similar, let me know. And how do you treat it? How do you go about, taking care of you and making sure that, besides therapy, because I know that a lot of people are going to therapy now. They're seeing someone, whether it's telehealth or they're actually going into an office to get taken care of. And I commend you for that. I believe in that. And if that works for you 100%, then by all means take advantage. But yeah, let me hear from you. And yeah, like, share, subscribe, and we'll talk soon. All right. And by the way, I have a session to work to put up on my channel. The thing is, when I was recording, the guest got bumped off, and when they came back on, the screen, however position they were in, I don't know if it's their phone or they were on their phone. So I'm not sure if it's the phone that did it, but it came back up very small. It wasn't like a big screen, like when I'm on a laptop. So it came up very small, kind of like how I am right now because I'm using my phone. And hopefully I can't fix it. There's nothing I can do. So I'm just gonna have to work on it some more and do a little bit of editing. Nothing great, nothing major. Just do it and then just put it up. So I want to let you know that, to look forward to that, and that is to deal with uh, postpartum depression. Yeah, so we need to address that as well with our mummies or mummies to be, and just bring that to the forefront because it does exist and people do go through that. So on that note, again, I'm going to say bye bye for now. And yeah, have a couple of things to bring to you. I just need time. It's just me. Like I said, I'm just going through a lot. Work was busy at the end of the year, which is why I try to do all the sessions that I did over the summer because I knew I was going to get busy. And then I felt like it was my time to kind of like relax a little bit and step back and just kind of like regroup. And I think I've been trying to do that. So I've been putting out some reels and stuff on Instagram. Not sure if you follow me there as well. But yeah, if you don't, definitely do because I do put out some stuff there. It's kind of quick and easier there as opposed to me going through the videos and editing, and that takes a lot. And anybody who does that knows. So yeah, but I appreciate you, and I thank you again for being here with me, and we will chat more and I'll bring you more stuff, and eventually I'll talk more about what's going on with me. But give me a little minute because I still absorb it. Me still try to go through it. So I love you guys, and take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Make sure you tell them, say you love them, hug them up, please. Hug them up. Tell them, say you love them. When you work out, one have to work out. You know it's not easy, but work it out. If you have to work it out, if it is worth it, work it out. All right. Love you. Keep on smiling. Keep on praying, and keep on being your authentic self. Love you guys. Peace.